All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am your host, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, is Crystal Morency. Hi, Crystal. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better than what you look. I'm going to tell you that right just bang off.
What the fuck does that mean?
We don't do any prep before any of this, you guys. So when I turn on the Zoom, we basically press record about 5 seconds later, 3 seconds later. We do the 3 countdown and we do like a quick hello, and that's about the bang of it, right?
Yeah.
And Dino's got this look on his face. So I don't know if y'all are curious, but I'm kind of curious what this is all about.
No. You make it sound like I've like the shit kicked out of me or something. Like I'm like, ugh.
It just looks like you've been like on the internet too long or something.
That's it. That is completely accurate. So, a friend of mine.
That's that face.
Yeah, that is definitely my face right now. A friend of mine he convinced me to download a game or Steam. So I don't know what that is. So I downloaded it and started looking at games and found a game that I used to love to play, and I still love to play it. So I proceeded to spend about like 4 hours straight just playing it, just tick, 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 tick. And Victoria kept on making fun of me the whole time, and she's like, "You're such a nerd."
4 hours.
Yeah. As soon as it was downloaded,
You
I was
are a
like,
nerd.
tick, 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 tick.
And that's why, you know what I was thinking about it, because this is what's going down. So I realized that's why you use all your big words too. It's because you're a nerd. And like Dungeons and Dragons and all that nerdy shit, They use big words. I remember from playing Magic. So don't even try to
You're such a loser. I've never played Magic, and I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, so fuck you, lady. Okay? I'm nerdy in a fancy way. None of this bullshit. I'm like, oh.
As he's holding up his Stardew cup saying that.
Damn right. You know why? Because I care about the environment. How about that? Eat shit. No. Honestly, I'm a little tired today. I'm a little anxious. Our editor was supposed to come earlier this week and do a bunch of episodes, just the next batch. And he wasn't feeling well, so it's like, absolutely, just take the time. So he's supposed to be coming tomorrow, and then tomorrow is the last kind of episode that I have preloaded, so it's kind of like we're down to the wire. So I'm not anxious about it, but it's just constantly on my mind, and I'm worried about it. And then, then I play video games, and it wasn't really relaxing as it was. It was more of a. I was anxious the whole time, and it was just stupid. It's just a game, and then Victoria kept on making fun of me, and she's like, "Don't get addicted to video games." I'm like, "Look, you should go fuck yourself." How about that, lady?
She didn't call you Lord the whole time?
Oh.
Because she's the best wife ever and made you a Lord?
Oh, no,
we all
no.
remember that, and I'm
her becoming a lady has gone straight to her head. She has been abusive all day long. She started hitting me, and I'm like, you buy me a gift, the least you could do is address me properly, and she's like, fuck you. It was horrible. It was horrible.
It's horrible. So what is your I saw that your shirt addresses with it a little bit. It said, I may not look calm, but in my head...
I may look calm, but in my head, I've punched you in the face 3 times. That's what my shirt says here. So you guys can see it at home. So da-da-da-da-da. That's what it says. Because
telling me.
Well, you know what? So... Well, this happened with my other shirt. Remember we talked about where I have a shirt that says, I believe in hate at first sight. And that was a play on just me being a grumpy git. But now it's like, can't put that on anymore because we're not in a good place. And now it's like, I'm going to talk with a woman on the internet. I'm going to say that I want to punch her in the face. See, I am like, today...
That's cool, though. That's cool.
And you know what? So we have a few new followers, which is awesome, and we're getting a lot more views, which is super awesome. But it's also Wednesday, so I'm like, what has happened? Like, I just feel weird. I don't know what's happening. It's just a weird day. I don't know.
I'm having a very so guys, I've been a little bit all like kind of off the past few days, like I have a lot of personal crap I've had for the past couple weeks. Everybody's going through shit right now, and then I've got like a little bit extra shit, So I've been a little bit like, oh, just, for the past couple weeks actually, a little bit off. So, and I think going on the date and everything and just family shit, right? But anyways, I wanted to explain, today I had like an outlook where I'm like, you know what? You can't change anything, which I always say, and I know this. And I'm just like, take a deep breath, and everything happens for a reason. And I'm really trying to, because I watched today's episode, I'm like, you're crying, and I get really fidgety because I don't know what to do with myself. I want to cry, and I'm like, I'm in public, and I'm like, oh, and I'm awkward, and I'm like, I just want to apologize and tell everybody that, hey, everything's going to be okay. We all go through shit, and if you need somebody, you can listen to me and Dino. We argue and we talk shit and everything, but hey, we're both open-minded, and we both can be open to different opinions and talk about it.
Yeah, well,
that's good.
It's
and just
very
keep
important.
in mind that somebody might have, what my point was keep in mind that somebody might have something more going on than all this other crap, right? So just keep that in mind before you start preaching all this other crap on them, because they might take their own personal stuff into it.
I would, you know what? I'll do you one better. Everyone has their own stuff going on. Everyone,
yeah, exactly.
All the time.
Everyone does.
It's, you know what? It's okay. Like there's a lot of philosophy that says how, people have three faces, like the face that they don't show anyone, and then the face that they put on for everyone, and then that midpoint face that they share with their close and dearest friends. And a lot of the times, the interesting part I've found is that the more you conceal your true nature, the more you even forget what your true face is. And that makes things harder to deal with on such a huge level. Like just the idea that people don't take the time to know themselves. Like one of the big things, and Crystal, please chime in whenever if you have a point here, is that
no, I'm listening.
we forget who we are, and we forget what our values are. And not what our values are, but what value we have to bring to the table. And that's a really scary place to be. Can you imagine if you think that your self-worth is attached to, and this is what's been going on, is our self-worth is attached to the observance of other people, a comment, a share, the popularity, which is like terrifying.
Up until just about less than a year ago, this has been me. And I'm not even, and still sometimes now. Like I'm very all about what other people's look at me, until I started realizing that, hey, look at other people too. Like, and I'm trying to live up to all these standards that people like have, and I try not to disappoint people, right? And you're like, you want to be this, because you see good in everybody, and you want to see that good in yourself.
I don't.
Basically,
I see the
right?
worst in people. Okay,
no.
Let's break that down. Okay, so let me explain that statement just so people are like, wow, that guy's a real piece of shit.
He eats baby panda bears too.
I need a panda. Sure, why not? Actually, I found it. It's just food.
Have you seen pandas?
Listen, if it was a choice between me surviving and eating a panda, that panda's dead. I'm just saying. But it is still a bear, okay? I'm not saying I go out looking for anybody got any panda meat. Like, that's not, okay? But, okay, so I try and pick apart and find out the worst in people as a defense mechanism to protect myself. That's what I do. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean...
A lot of people do that, though.
Well...
A lot of people do that.
That's true. Now, at the same time, I don't hold them accountable to their worst. I still try and see what they're trying to achieve. And this is a long thing that I've been doing over years and years and years, where trying to learn, like, even somebody with the worst personality or traits or attitude still doesn't mean they don't have anything to offer. it still doesn't mean that, like, they still have something that that can benefit my existence. And I don't mean that as to profit off of them, but I'm saying that I could grow as a person by at least having a conversation with that person. Because, like you said, nobody knows what is happening behind closed doors. And I think back when I hear stories about people I went to school with, and these weird stories of things where I was never, like, I had a sheltered childhood where I didn't really deal with that kind of stuff. And when all that happens, you don't realize how bad it is for some people, and that's why it's like,
but
being nice to people, it's not that fucking hard, and it pays off every goddamn day.
I just gotta say though, because I don't want people to think that because, like, somebody like you that grew up with a beautiful family, and everybody has their own problems in their own way.
Oh yeah.
Right? And everybody has their own things. Like, something might seem a little bit harder and stuff.
Sure.
But I might have dealt with it a little bit. Like, I thought I had I remember great times.
Yeah.
Like, I realize now that I'm an adult that, but I thought at the time it wasn't so bad. Like, I didn't understand.
Well,
I had fun doing the stuff that I did. So I have fond memories and stuff. And then there's people that grew up, and so everybody has their different output, and it doesn't make them wrong or right.
No.
Right? Like, you can feel something that somebody else doesn't feel, and that's okay.
Sure.
That's okay.
Like, that's
like, something's hard to you. That's okay.
That's what she said. No. So sorry, I couldn't resist that. No, but then
felt a little hard.
but it's totally true, is that when you're dealing with other people and you don't know what's going on, and everyone deals with situations like, look, right now especially, everyone's making fun of Karens, the proverbial Karen, because now these women are getting overwhelmed with ridiculous shit. And one comic in the Toronto scene, Robbie Hollywood, he was like, you know what, when you're so far out of the food chain, you just kind of lose your mind. And that's the thing is, people don't know that, listen, there was a time, the shit that people are doing, you would have gotten not just punched in the face, someone would have taken you out. Like, that's how people do it. Yeah. So, like, people are like, oh, defund the police. You know what kind of protection the police are giving so many people? Just not even physically, just the mental perspective that I could be arrested and go to jail and things like that. Hold a myriad of people from acting on a daily basis. And that's a huge benefit to society, civilization.
Yeah.
As a whole, and we're missing so many things, and you know what? I'll be the first to admit it, that there needs to be more spending on the root causes of things, support for families, understanding, and those kind of things. Absolutely, because everything's been funneled into the police, and it's like, they don't know how to deal with it.
They're not spending the money properly. They're spending they need to spend the money on training. They need to spend the money on psychological help. They need to spend the money on, like, tests, like making sure they should go through like a yearly review and stuff like that. They need I have to stop saying stuff like that too. Oh my God, I say that a lot. Did you notice that?
Which?
Everything I say, you're all a straight face. Stuff like that. I say stuff like that, like a lot.
That's okay.
I'm watching her videos, and I repeat myself a lot because I'm like, oh my goodness.
I'm sorry I wasn't listening. That's not very nice.
I'm such a retard.
You aren't. Fuck you.
I mean, like, not in the. I can't say retard. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, to me,
retard,
it wasn't
fuck,
like
shit, cock,
I'm
balls.
not an asshole. I'm not an asshole. I just meant, like, rode the short bus, wore a helmet to school, fucking, like.
No, you're not.
Clothes,
what are you talking about? She's so full of shit. See, this is the problem, people. Is somebody starts on that downward train and they're like, well, I'm the worst. Fuck yeah.
No, I love myself.
Okay.
No, I love the fuck out of myself. Why do you think I look at myself lusciously in the camera every time we do this?
Hello.
Hello.
By the smolder. Hello. Welcome to
Pretty birds.
Hey, why not? Welcome to our discussion. No, that's, well, you know what?
I love that voice.
I used it a couple times, like on the phone to people, and I'm like, "Good evening. How may I be of service?" And they're just like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just messing with you. What's up?" And they're just like, "What the
I
hell?"
feel like I gotta like pay you by the hour or something, or by the minute.
I am okay with that. If anyone wants me to read a specific something, I am happy to. So today, one of my close friends, I've known him since we were in grade 9. He was in grade 9. I think I was in grade 10, but I've known him that long. He commented today on our video, and I've been trying to respond, and it keeps on deleting my comments. So I've already sent a message to YouTube so what he said, and he was trying to be funny. Ha 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 ha, John, you're very funny, dick. He said, he goes, "How do you guys decide who's on top?" And because the last couple of videos,
and I was like, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, Chris was like,
Dino.
"Thanks for your support. That's such a great question." So that was
Dino.
Which I already messaged the editor. I was like, "Hey, we got to flip it back." He's like, "Why? What's the big deal?" I'm like, "Cause it looks like I'm gonna crush her. I don't, And
no,
so,
it's fine.
No, it's not. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, the funny thing was, I wanted to respond to him and say, the same way I decide if I'm going to pull out, I ask your wife. That's right. But my response keeps on getting deleted. It angers me.
You want me to put it?
No.
You want me to put it?
No, because I can say it because I have tenure. He can't get rid of me. I've been around too long. I suspect that he's deleting it, but I don't know. I don't know who has the power to delete things. This is the problem with technology. I don't know. I don't even know how to type. I can't read. No,
Oh, yes, you can. He reads his word of the day thing 3 times a day just to make sure that he's got it right for these podcasts. He tries to throw it in there somewhere.
I'm not reading off a script. You guys go to hell.
I don't think you're reading off a script.
No.
A fancy word book. like a real good thesaurus.
It's called a thesaurus, you dick.
I said that. I said a real good one.
It's covered in leather. It's a fancy thesaurus. See, I actually, you know what? Fuck me.
It's got a magic seal.
It's got one of those locks on it,
when
too.
He opens it, it goes... Rah, rah.
Yeah, like a Necronomicon. Yeah, that's what I'd like. Actually, the funny thing is that, like, I remember the first time I watched, like, Anchorman, where he's like, I'm a big deal. I have many leather-bound books. And I'm like, if you have a lot of leather-bound books, I think you're a big deal. I'll admit that.
I think you're kind of a big deal.
I think, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I would collect books, like, a few times, like, I would buy, like, fancy books and stuff because I'm like, I loved the book, but I would wait till I found one that had a nice binding and nice writing, and I was like, yeah, I would spend extra money on that, no problem, because it's like, I like that, right? But then now it's like, nothing exists in paperback, so it's like, all right, well, fuck me, right? I guess I'm not going to do that. I don't know, it's... Weird things are... Today is a weird day. I don't know what's wrong with today.
It is a weird day.
It's a weird day. I don't know. It was supposed to be not so hot.
Did you poop properly?
I pooped a lot today.
Did you have a clean poop?
I did not have a clean poop. I didn't. It wasn't a bad. It wasn't like a Jackson Pollock.
You didn't have to take a shower?
No, I didn't have to. I didn't have to hose down afterward or anything. But it's just and even like I've been okay. So the last probably about a week or so, and my back has been hurting, and I think it's just because I have bad posture, and like when I was filming those things too, is I was standing for a long time, and I'm not used to standing anymore because I'm a lazy fuck, so and even now, like I've been sitting in the chair for a few hours, so I put on a back brace, and that feels better, but now I'm worried that when I take it off, I'm gonna like crumple to the ground. I'm in a weird space today. And I'm too fat, and I need to lose weight, and it's just everything is happening today. That is a lie, okay? I have to bring my own.
I am not good for you because I'm like,
yeah, I know. It's not good.
No, because I'm just like I enjoy the plumpness. I'm like, yay, Dino. Like, I don't want you.
Figuratively, she figuratively enjoys my plumpness. She's figuratively. I love my wife, and I'm happy. Even though she's a lady and she's mean to me. Well, no, and then...
She beats him just right.
And then even, we had a later lunch, so I wasn't really hungry. And this is like, so this is the thing, is I'm doing my best to be very calm and relaxed and be like, everything's fluid and that's okay and stuff. So like last night, I was like, hey, when are we recording? And Crystal said she's babysitting today. So she's like, can we do it at 7? I'm like, so the funny thing is we had a miscommunication. It's my fault. It's my fault. No, it's totally my fault. She said 7. I said,
read the messages.
I said 8 works better for me, but either is fine.
Yeah.
Now, when I said either was fine, my implication was if you're ready at 7, I'll be ready at 7 for the whole time.
Yeah.
But I didn't say, okay, let's do it at 7, which that's my own thing. So at 7.
No, I just thought that we were doing 8.
Yeah, no.
I
and
said,
that's,
okay, 8. I just got to be quiet.
It's you said, well, I just have to be quiet, and I said, well, either works for me.
Yeah.
And that's why that was the exchange. And then it's like, I didn't clarify. So at like 6:30, I'm like, we still good for 7? No response. Hey. And then it's like,
I had just gotten home.
Oh yeah, no.
From babysitting,
but,
and then I had dinner.
Oh no. I'm not saying this is on me, because I'm like, hey, hope you're okay. And I'm just like, everything is fine. There's no rush for anything. Don't be a dick.
Dino, honey, I love you, but until we start getting people to watch this, I need to make some money.
Yeah, no, I get that. No question there.
So I don't even have No,
Just
it for me.
Oh no, and that's absolutely right. I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying it more so that these are the things that make me the crazy person that I am. So I just kind of said, I'm like, be nice. And I'm like, but I still have murder in my eyes, and it's very difficult. But I'm crazy, right? Like that's why I don't like change. I like everything to be normal, and it gets on my nerves. And just
what's normal?
Nothing is normal. But I am a lord, so whatever I say is normal. Whatever I say is normal will be normal. No,
I'm so gonna motorboat the fuck out of you when I see you. That's happening in a raspberry.
It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna palm your face. I'm gonna palm your face and be like, nope. Get your COVID ass away from me.
And I'm gonna be like,
and it would be on my
all
hand.
up in there.
It's so gross. So gross.
All up in there.
No, you're not going to get all up in there. You're not getting all up in there. That is not going to happen. That is never going to happen. Period. No one but one woman gets all up in here. Okay?
Not like that.
Well, not like you're not really telling people here, Crystal. I don't know what to do. I'm very
not like
confused.
That, guys. Not like that. Not like that. I am sorry. And you never disrespect a lady.
If anyone, I'll tell you this right now. I don't care who the fuck you are. If my mom tried to raspberry me, I would probably punch her in the face. I'm just saying, gonna make sure that's out there, so no one says, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try that." Yeah, I will punch you right in the fucking head. I don't care if you're a baby.
I don't know if you're gonna want to do shows with me because I'm gonna do all kinds of shit to you.
I'm gonna have a box of things to throw
Especially
at her.
if I walk in like this. If I walk in and he's like this, I'm not gonna say anything.
I think if that's the case, I'm gonna get charged real quick. Really quick. This is gonna break down. It's gonna fall apart.
Won't.
Oh yeah.
I'll take it. I won't tell anybody.
And you know what I'll do? Is I'll just,
I wouldn't call the cops.
as soon as she comes close, I'm just gonna knock her on top of the head so her hair will hide the bump, and just go, stop it.
Because we have a couple minutes.
Yeah, thoughts done.
I want to say that I'm doing one of those comedy shows again. I already told you about where you can't see anybody or anything on Zoom. And I'm like, because I bombed so bad that I will never show anybody the video recording of that, even though it's I'm like, usually I share everything, and I'm like, nope, that can stay right there. I'm not even gonna tell you guys where it's at. But anyways, so I did really bad. So I've pre-gamed this because I didn't go in pre-gaming, and I thought that I didn't know that you do a bit.
Yeah.
I thought that you just talk amongst a bunch of comedians and you kind of throw out your funny shit, and if people laugh, they laugh. If not, then whatever, right? I assumed that's how it was because a lot of the comedy stuff that I watch, I haven't watched an open mic one. So I should have watched one first. You don't see anybody but yourself, and you can't hear anybody, so you have no idea. And I'm kind of a line crosser. A little bit.
She's
Sometimes.
she's a big line crosser. Like, you know, the
If it
stop.
wasn't for Dino's reaction, you guys would have me closed down right away. Like, if it wasn't for Dino, like, thank God, Dino. Like, so I'm like, and I'm wondering if maybe I should have you, like, at the side to be like,
Just my face, I guess.
shut up.
That's a bad idea.
But I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. So yeah.
No, well, that's the thing. Is like,
But I'm gonna gear to an audience of every single possible outcome. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
that sounds like a dangerous thing, but
It's insane. Yeah, it's insane. Why
look,
not?
you have
I've done
good.
worse.
Listen, you have good material. You have good material. You'll be fine. It's look.
Oh, I can't use my material. I'm like,
Why?
I'm not, because, because I'm trying to get out of that, and yeah, but I can use my new material a bit. So,
Yeah.
but I
Okay.
still have to even change that around. But I get to use my life skill. I get to use bartending and stuff.
Sure.
Because in bartending, you have a room full of people that are completely different.
Yeah.
They're all strangers. They come into your bar. You have to entertain them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and you want them to stay and you want them to talk amongst each other and enjoy their time amongst each other. So I'm going to kind of use that kind of go. And I'm even mentioning that, by the way, that's part of my shit.
Yeah.
But like,
No, there's.
but in a
absolutely-
funnier way.
Oh yeah. Well, listen,
Yeah,
that's
so,
that's the
I don't know.
big thing with these things is we discussed it the other day. Was
Just
that
can't hear or see nobody.
well? That's yeah. Zoom.
That's
Well, because is
like
it
there's certain things you wouldn't say in front of people. Like,
Is it,
you know, like in front of her,
is it a Zoom?
which is wrong.
Is it on Zoom?
Yeah.
How come
Yeah.
you can't flip through?
Well, you can, but not as you're up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I can only see me. Yeah.
Well, you know, I see
Yeah.
that's the thing. Is that's
On
not-
both. On both, the big screen and the little one. I can only see me, and I'm like, fuck, I'm looking at myself dying. So, and that's why I'm doing it again, because now I'm
Yeah,
one
why
of those
not?
people, like, go ahead, put me down. I'm like,
Yeah.
go ahead. Like, and he invited me. So, like, clearly it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, go ahead. You know?
And you know what?
Put me down.
Well, that's
I
the
don't
thing.
know if anybody hated it. I don't know if they liked it. I don't know.
Who cares? It
I didn't
doesn't
do
matter.
comedy, though, so.
Look, after all is said and done, even not doing comedy can be funny, right? In those situations,
Yeah.
like that's why is that those Zoom shows it's a different media. It is not stand-up comedy. It can be comedy. It can definitely be funny.
It's not stand-up
but
comedy.
it's not stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy is not. That is a stand-up comedy is a live audience participation type thing. And when I say participation, I don't mean the audience talking. I mean the audience listening and clapping. Just to be very clear, because a heckler, if you're a heckler, you're a dick. Just so you know, okay? Trust me. Do I come to your work and tell you how to fuck your mom? No, I don't. So that's the
Yeah.
kind of mood I'm in. No, but that's that's why it's everyone is still trying to figure out this new type of media where you're not getting the same feedback. It's like I kind of have an audience, but not really have an audience. So, and I was talking with somebody else about having something where it's like you can have people have their own laugh track, so they can like click it and you'll hear a laugh, like even a symbol says somebody's laughing at this, and that way like you can, because it tells you where to go and what you're doing, but that's where you don't get that. And if that's how Zoom, yeah, I haven't, like a lot of people are complaining about, people are saying, I'll never do that. And I'm not saying never. I'm just looking at it going, I am not, that's not what I signed up for. So I don't really know what to do. Right?
I did it. Oh, it was bad. But I didn't feel bad, like, because it wasn't easy for anybody.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't look easy for anybody.
No.
You know, and everyone looks super awkward and stuff, and fuck, I was super nervous because I'm nervous over the podcast and stuff. I get so nervous, way more nervous than I get on stage because I need people. I want to see your disappointment right away. Like, I want to see the disappointment in your face.
I want to see your sadness and feel it in my bone.
I want to, and I had to stop. I had to change up my shit too because I don't want people to feel sorry for me or anything and still laugh at me. You know?
No, totally.
It's like, or people just like automatically, you know, it's just, I don't know. I just kind of want to move on from shit. That's how you move on from shit, right? So.
That's called a segue,
You know-
everyone. No.
I've got some funny, like,
All right, lay it
but
on
you
me.
still have funny outputs.
You want to do it
I
now,
know.
or do you want to do it separately? I don't care.
I'm not doing. I'll do it separately. But yeah,
I'm a
I'm doing it
lady,
now,
I'm
Dino.
not
Fuck.
doing
More
it.
people watch our show that are gonna watch that. Okay, so like,
And they're all gonna laugh. No, I don't.
I have not even. I did not post the last one for a good fucking reason. It's so that way people continue to watch our show. Like, and we very much appreciate it, and I thank you guys.
We do. We appreciate all the support you guys give us. It means the world to us.
We keep getting
And-
new subscribers.
Yeah, we're getting like one or two a
Oh,
day. It's going pretty good, and people
It
are
is so
watching more.
good.
Like normally, and that's the thing is like, as I said before, like we are looking at putting it on different, just the audio and stuff, and working in all that fashion as well. So it's kind of everything's in flux, right? But at the same time, it's just one of those things where we gotta figure it out, right? It's just taking some time, because even later on, like when we do longer things when it's live, we want to cut things up. That's why an hour is a long period of time to commit, right? And I've had some people who are like, well, you're not famous, so why would I invest an hour with you? It's like, okay.
Because why not?
Well,
Don't.
the best
Well, do.
the best part is I just respond to people and I go, okay. Don't watch an hour.
Yeah.
Watch part of it. Watch the end of it.
It's
I don't care. Just watch some of it. That's all I'm saying is I'm letting you know that it's out there. I'm trying to make sure that people can see it and watch it, because the simple fact is that
Yeah.
I think I can add value to your day, and you can know that you're not alone. That's it. I think that's what we're doing here, right? It's
It's fun.
well, guys,
Gives you something to do for an hour.
if there's no benefit and no enjoyment in your day, then what's the fucking point, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's one of the big things. Like, why I'm trying to change my my habits so that
Nancy.
so I'm not as negative and just a thing, right? Like I even say this to I've said this in the past, was that my logic process is to, if something happens, my mind will immediately go to the worst possible scenario, such as Crystal not coming home on Sunday from her camping trip. I'm like, she's dead. She's dead, and like right away, right? So Monday. No, that's my no, and then I start.
I'm not gonna enough talking about that stuff.
No, but that's so when something doesn't go to plan, I assume the worst, right?
Yeah.
And then I
me
say,
too.
oh,
100%.
that's nothing's happened. I'm sure maybe something broke down, or you know what, they were having a great time, so they wanted to extend their stay. It's totally reasonable, and that makes sense.
He was just like, why is she fucking recording?
No, but that's look, and realistically, I use logic where I will start at the worst possible scenario and then reason my way to what makes total sense. What are you eating, you bastard? Swiss rolls. You go to hell. You go to hell.
I was trying to dig for them. I'm like, I couldn't reach them. I'm like,
It's the worst. That's why I'm lucky I have giant arms that can reach anything. But yeah, like that's why it's going
but
to.
do you have Swiss rolls?
I'm not a fan of Swiss rolls. What are the little ones? The little cupcake ones? Those I like those with the little swirl. You know, where's the cream filling?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
They're
I don't know
not.
what they're called, but
they're
yeah.
not good for you.
Joe
Though.
Louis?
No, Joe Louis are different.
They're big.
And they're
oval
bigger ones. But that's the thing. Those little treats are so goddamn bad for you. The best part is, this is what I love, is that I go through a litany of tests every so often just to make sure that I'm not a zombie that's alive. And the funny part is when I hear about people who are crystal size who have like high cholesterol and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't got any of that. Like, none of it. And
I don't either.
well, which is great, but you keep eating those things and it's gonna happen, lady. Those things are bad for you, okay?
Oh, I'm gonna get the beaties bad. I eat so much candy.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
And I have like a pile of candy beside me, and I really want to have some candy right now, but I'm not gonna have any candy, guys.
I need the adult in me to tell me to stop, but ever since I've been an adult and lived on my own for 20 fucking years, I've been eating an obsessive amount of candy because nobody's told me to stop. Nobody's like, you're not allowed to have candy before dinner. You're not allowed to fall asleep with Skittles in your bed. And wake up.
You know what the funny thing is? That one of my favorite things to do as an adult is have breakfast for dinner. That's I love having breakfast for dinner.
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm right now, I'm messaging
Mine
Victoria.
is to eat all the junk food.
I'm messaging Victoria and asking her to make me some eggs.
I had some ribs for dinner.
Oh,
They were so good. I mean, in the morning. Oh, they all know our shit. Time travel. It's morning. I know you hate my time travel. I saw it on other videos. I see
It's
how much
so
you dislike me on
bad.
videos.
How much I what?
Don't like me.
It's not true. I try and like
It's
everybody.
not true.
I try and like
He tries to like me every day.
I said
I
I try
appreciate
to
it,
like.
though. I'm very grateful for
I
it.
try to like everyone. Okay, that's what I said. I didn't say I try to like you.
Yes.
I try. You know what? I
Okay.
try and give everyone their fair shot at, being friends with Dino. That's what I try and do. No, and you know what? And I've said it to friends before. I said I demand a high price for my friendship. I will admit that right away. And the reason being is because I'm supportive, I'm caring, I will help you in your time of need, and I will do my utmost to be of assistance not only in your day-to-day, but as emotional support, as a friend, as a confidant, as a person that will stand beside you in your time of need. But that can't be one way. That has to be both ways. That has to be, you have to have that open communication. And that's the thing is, even I was talking to a close friend, and I said, when have I ever asked anything of you? And he was like, never. You never ask anything. I said, yeah. But that price will come to, that does happen. I'll say, listen, I need you to do this.
Yeah.
And I expect okay. Not well, I'm not sure. If you're not sure, okay, then I'm mistaken and I didn't realize where our friendship was, and I've obviously invested too much. And you know what? Some people say, well, that's a little
I'll do
harsh.
anything for you because you've been a great friend to me, and it's only been a little bit, and you've been an awesome friend to me. So
wait till she starts coming here, then I'm gonna start punching.
That's cool. I'll still bury the body for you, Dino. Sometimes I deserve it. I'm one of those women that's been told a couple times.
Yeah, that happens.
Fuck, never mind. No, I'm not. See, I'm not going there. I'm taking it around.
You know what?
No, I'm not.
If you're gonna have candy, I'm gonna have some candy too. How about that, you son of a bitch?
Ooh. And look, he brings out the bomb fancy candy with his Fiero Rocher.
What kind of a fucking asshole am I, eh?
Where's your golden thong? Are you wearing a golden thong to match your Fiero Rochers?
No! Why would I ever wear a thong, let alone a golden thong? That is a horrible idea.
Ew.
That is...
The first strip club, the first and only male strip club I've ever been to was this one in Windsor, and I went and there was this 40-something-year-old guy up on stage. I was only 19, okay? 40-something-year-old man, and he had a mullet and a gold thong thing, and he came and did his little dance and put it right in my face. I was like, I was not drunk enough for that.
No one is! You know what?
It's like, damn.
When people do that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, people think, oh yeah, I'm being hot. And you're like, oh, no.
No, but I respect your confidence, and I'm sure if your confidence, because I think confidence makes somebody sexy, right?
Nope.
I know my little confidence, that's why I'm not sexy. But I think somebody's self-confidence makes them kind of sexier, right? So, but if they're not sexy with that much confidence, then it's like, ooh, you're really not sexy. You're really... Because if these are the drunk by your confidence goggles, then I don't want to see what you look like without them.
You know what? Listen.
Because that means that I can hear your rappers like crazy.
I'm sure you can. Because they're Ferrero Rochers. Everyone can hear them, and they can taste them and smell them. Because they're awesome.
Do you lick the center
No.
Like bite them apart and then lick the center because it's that soft chocolate.
You're a weird person, that's why.
Fuck off. How do you eat passion flakies?
Like this. That's how I eat them.
Oh, you
Twinkies?
don't tear them apart and then lick the icing and then dip the top inside?
No, listen. These things are manufactured to be eaten the way they're put together, not for you to deconstruct it, you bunch of animals. I had somebody do that to a Joe Louis. Oh, I open it up. You just smack it out of their hand. If somebody opens up a flaky, just smack it. They don't deserve it.
I would jump you. If you smacked a flaky, I love those fuckers. If you were to smack the flaky out of my hand, it would be on. I would be monkeying you. Your head would be in my belly and it would be on. I'd be monkeyed, yeah.
You know what the problem is? She's about that size that she could, if she were to jump onto my head and wrap like her legs around and start hitting me, she would just look like a normal sized helmet on me. That's what people would be like. Oh, Dino, you got a person helmet. That's cool. I'd be like, yeah, I got a person as a helmet. Yeah. No one would think,
drop something heavy on my head.
Yeah, they'd be like, nobody would stand there and go, hey, that looks kind of funny. They'd be like, no, you killed a person and now you're wearing them as a hat. I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I'm that kind of person.
He thinks so. He thinks so. Yeah, you're so bummed today.
Yeah.
I feel like we should talk about something that's going to take this away. What is going to take this away?
No.
Let's see. Let me feel it out.
I don't have any drugs.
Let me feel it out, guys.
I don't have any drugs.
No.
I don't have any marijuana.
I mean communication. Oh, you don't need baked goods?
I want the
When was the last time you had an
marijuana.
edible?
Well, I asked this friend of mine. I gave her a recipe to make me brownies,
Oh,
and
snap.
she never even responded. She never even
excuse me.
confirmed or anything. She's just like, ha 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 ha, and then nothing happened.
I think that friend of yours is pretty fucking busy, don't you?
I didn't ask for
actually,
her
I
life
need to get
story. I said, give me some goddamn brownies.
Oh my goodness. So,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
just
in
need
the
to get
mood.
one of those little Coleman stoves.
I'm just joking.
I know
I'm
you are.
not-
I love
I'm
it.
not- yeah.
I love when you're like this. It's awesome. No, I do. I do like it because it's fun for me. Because I'm like,
Yeah, she's like, poke the bear, poke the bear. He's far away. He can't kill you.
No, it's just fun because this is how I react to this shit. Because I'm like, oh yeah, okay, let's go.
You're in a bad mood, poor baby. That's what I get. That's how people treat Dino. Okay, Dino's like, oh, I try and be nice and caring and make the world laugh.
You are nice and caring.
when I'm feeling,
and this is me being nice and caring to you. I'm trying to nurture you with making fun of you. This is how I nurture people. This is I'm showing you my love.
let's hope
By
you don't
telling
fucking.
you that smile the fuck up.
I feel like the first time you come here, you're gonna come with a cattle prod and be like, you're not smiling enough, and just like nail me with a fucking cattle prod.
Oh, not like no. I'm not mean.
I'll go right for your eyeball. It'll be nice. You'll like it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, I'm a nice girl. I'm gonna stab you in your eyeball.
Jesus, don't give me ideas.
I got you. It's all right. And chicks, just make sure.
I need your eyes to be focused.
If you're gonna take an eye, go for this one's worse, but like get it like do it like
can't.
so I'm like a gangster, like so I have like right through and be like,
Nope.
I'm like,
because
I got a scar right in my face.
I can't because it's your show and you're gonna look evil if I do that, and then everybody's gonna think that in your evil world like overlord.
Yeah, because I don't look evil right now.
Don't. You think you do, but really you don't. You give off this like, he's like, I want to be mean, but really, but you say that, and then you're like, I'm here, people need me.
Keep your babies away from me, I'm gonna eat them.
Is showing.
I don't have a vagina.
I'm gonna make you cry by saying your nice words and blah blah blah. I'm gonna give you all this advice that's gonna make you cry at night. And oh, you should let out your emotions. It's okay. I read Eat, Pray, Love.
You know what? That's not very nice and supportive. Thank you very much, Crystal. Okay.
I am being supportive. This is what I'm saying is amazing about you.
You're a horrible human being.
I'm not like that. I'm not that nice guy. I'm an asshole. He's not, though.
It's the worst imitation ever. Once again, we know that Crystal cannot do impressions. Period.
No. I've been working on it, though. I've been working on my hello, everybody. How's it coming? No.
No.
I can rap too. I was
No, you definitely cannot. No, you can't. Okay. That's okay. So there's. Do you know who Catherine Tate is? Catherine Tate.
No, but she has a funny last name.
Oh, she's very funny. So Catherine
Sounds a lot
Tate,
like taint.
Exactly. So Catherine Tate is a comedian out of the UK. She's very funny. One of the things, I'll send you a couple of videos of hers. She does one character where she's like, oh, I could do that. And people are like, really? And she's like, yeah, she can't do that. And then proceeds to completely mess it up. And it's extremely racist, extremely mean, and it is fucking hilarious, okay? And that's why I'll send you some stuff tonight just to make you laugh. I think I'm going to watch it too because it's going to make me laugh. I think I haven't.
I have French blood and I can't do a French accent.
Well, okay, the way she speaks in French, not just in the accent, how she speaks is that's how she does it, okay? And then proceeds to, oh no, I'm telling you, this is the funniest shit you'll ever see. She's very popular. Some people may have heard. She does a character named Lauren, who's essentially, she pretends to be a, I guess, high school student, and who's kind of rough around the edges, but smarter than her peers. So when the teacher challenges her, her response is, "Am I bothered?" Which is, that's what she says. Yeah. Because does my face look bothered? Am I bothered? And she proceeds to. It's very, very funny.
That's awesome.
And that's why I
like that.
It's very, very funny. I'll send you a few clips of Catherine Tate because it's very entertaining. That's why it's. See, I think I just haven't laughed today. That's what may have happened because I was playing video games.
Laugh. What do I got?
I have laughed. I have laughed through this podcast, so I think we're good in that fashion. Just it needs time to settle in and stick in. Okay.
Let me think of something super that you would be like. Don't say that. Let me think. What do I got?
No, don't do that. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. We are almost out of time. We only have a few minutes left. I feel like she's getting back. So let's talk about black people. You're like, no. Wow. Stop it.
Like, I'm not like that though. That stuff doesn't automatically come in my.
Let's discuss the difficulty that transgender people have. No, we're not going to discuss that with 5 minutes
bleaching.
left. What?
Let's talk about anal bleaching. Go.
No.
Come on,
I don't.
Anal bleaching.
You know what? No.
Would you do it if your robot bottom wanted it?
Not
if
at all.
It needed it?
No. Not at all. If anything, you know what? The one bad part about having a robot body is I would probably have to stop eating because I would stop pooping. I would just run off a battery, and I'm okay with that. But I am not okay. I don't want to have robot poop. Okay? What would robot poop? It would not be pretty.
What would it be like?
That would cause rust.
What would it be like?
You would break down steel. Sometimes you have acidic poop. It's not good. I don't.
So does that mean that we can kill robots with water? Is that where we're at with this?
Technically.
Because remember, I want to know how can we?
Well, I would mix.
Really, how scary is the AI? Like, can we just walk in with a big fire hose and be like, motherfuckers?
The problem with AI, and this is, I've been going through a few things with regards to AI, trying to do some more research and better knowledge, better prepare myself for when Crystal goes, let's talk about AI. So the big thing is that they can work independently. Like, it's the idea that they can back themselves up constantly in random places, and that way their influence can be anywhere and everywhere all at the same time. So any effect you have doesn't make a difference, right? That's the only thing that you can use. So like things like electricity, heat, cold, or of course water would affect robotics in any fashion, but that's why that's the tricky part with all of it.
Ooh, but is it gonna start to grow itself like a skin to protect itself like we have?
Very possible. Like, realistically, think about it. There's got to be some sort of
It's teaching itself
nanoparticle.
everything.
Well, and some sort of nanoparticle that would insulate them from interaction with humans to preserve their systems, right? Realistically, it's like Terminator had the
Like the
skin
fuck
over.
dolls.
I was thinking Terminator more than the fuck dolls, but yes, it would be the same principle. Just in general, I don't think people really pay attention to fuck dolls and their survivability as much.
No.
That's my opinion.
As the Terminator. Terminator's badass.
My thing is this, like, which Terminator? I think it was Terminator Salvation, where Christian Bale was in it. Because then there were Terminators, like 2 Terminators, one was a bike and one was not. Like, the one that wasn't a bike rode the bike Terminator, and you're like, see, that's why. Like, I don't understand why people think that robots would make themselves, like, imitate us. They're way, like, we suck. If anything, I would have a minimum of 4 arms. I would have a tail for sure. Okay, and definitely have feet.
I'd have big boobs.
I would have
that shot off firecrackers.
You're gonna become a fembot from fucking the
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Except not as dumb looking.
less beehive, more like sleek hair, and then boo 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 boo. That makes sense.
Boo! No, I just want to look like me, but have fireworks, big boobs.
I don't know what to say anymore. I've run out of things to talk about today. I don't know.
Aw, no. There's never anything not to talk about. We can talk about actually, today I was at Starbucks getting my coffee. So this morning Victoria had the opportunity, she was going to sleep in a little bit. So I went and Starbucks and got... It's not, you know what? Stardouche.
Listen, you know what? Stop addressing your better with these criticizing words, okay? How about that, you fucking asshole? Okay, so anyways,
I'm sorry.
No, what I did was I went and actually bought her. She's like, sorry, fuck you.
No, I said he's
Bullshit. But yeah, no, I went and got some breakfast for us both, just so she could sleep in extra and be nice, right? So.
Aww.
I have to treat my lady with respect.
But yet he's a big mean guy. But yet look what he does.
Well, I've been pretending. I've said it before.
So sweet.
I have been pretending to be human for decades. I have this down pat. Okay. That's why it's.
Well, you're doing a mighty fine job of it. You're superhuman.
I don't think so. Maybe. Actually, you know what?
I'm not.
I think no. You are. You are absolutely. You have great skill sets and patience that's saint-like, right? And it's beneficial, right? And that's the problem is, like, you are dumb, like I am dumb, in that you burden yourself with other people's emotions and criticism, and that's what I'm trying to get away from. And I think we all need to get away from it to a certain degree. Yeah. And that's why it's like when you're...
It's so hard.
It's very hard. It's very difficult because a lot of the times, that's what we focus on. And, speaking of, we're actually out of time, so... Why don't I do that as my... Yeah, no, we're...
Morning motivation, yeah.
You know what, guys? We talked about this earlier, was knowing your value. Everyone has something to offer their community or the people around them. Everyone. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's big, but we all have something. And that doesn't... I'm not talking about money or a place to live or anything like that, but I mean in the fact of advice, emotional support, even just being an ear to listen. We all have something to offer those around us, and we've been convinced that if those traits aren't visible to everyone, then they either, 1, don't exist, or number 2, actually have no value. When being nice to one person, I remember for myself, I tried to try and do something kind to one person a day. Just one. And you know what? I think I have a shirt that says it's like, I am only not an asshole to one person, and today's not your day. Tomorrow's not looking good either, right? And it's that idea where it's like, listen, you can't force yourself to be nice to people, but you can not be mean to everyone. That's something that's within your power. And to do a nice, kind gesture for one person a day, I don't think is that extraneous or a big of an ask of people. You just laughed because I used the word extraneous, you bastard. But there's that's not a lot to burden each person. And if we all do one kind deed to a random person every day, and a different person every day, especially right now where we have such a limited interaction with people, what a better fucking world we might live in. You know, what a better opportunity we have to enjoy our daily life. What a better opportunity we have to grow as people, as society, as you know, someone who's embracing change. And tomorrow, that may be incredible. You know, but if we try and stick with what we're doing and no, I want this, I want this, I want this, it's never going to happen, because we're just going to be stuck in this rut where we just keep on doing that same shit, and thinking that it's everyone else's fault when we only have ourselves to blame, just about all the time. It's you know, there's a lot riding our own enjoyment in life is reliant on our own involvement in that life. And if we're not taking that road where we decide, then it'll be decided, that decision will be made for us, and that is a horrible life to live. So think positively and make sure that you affect someone positively on a daily basis. I think that's all I have to say.
Aww. Dino affects me positively on a daily basis, and he teaches me how to be proper. Which fork goes where?
All right, well, guys, it's been fun.
I'm teasing.
Crystal, where can everyone find you?
Everyone can find me at Simply Me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Crystal Morency. And Dino? The Lordship Dino.
I'll never get tired of that. Dino the Genetic Marvel on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I have a fan page, guys. And as well, Morning Motivational Rant. We're going to have new episodes coming shortly, so hopefully we don't have a break there, but we're going to be editing some new ones, and we're going to keep on trucking. But as I said, guys, please like, subscribe, share. If you have a comment, please leave it. We love new topics. Anything you guys want us to cover, do some research on. It may take us some time, but we're definitely willing and open to talk. Just, you know, that's all we got to say. So have a great day, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.